Nixyaawii Nixyaawii.
Nixyaawii.
Good morning, my name is Nixyaawii and I'm a junior here at Nixyaawii.
Good morning, my name is Nixyaawii and I'm a freshman here at Nixyaawii.
Now we'll be joining Nathan Ness with a story about bouncing cancer follow-up with
Hello, I'm Nathan. I'm doing a follow-up on bouncing cancer. I'll be interviewing a few participants who was in the event. I'm here with Tiara. How did you feel playing at the event?
I felt good because it was for a good cause.
Did you feel like you made a difference?
Yes, because some people with cancer can't play basketball, so I felt like I was playing for them.
Was it fun?
It was.
Was it successful?
Yes, it was very successful.
Thank you for your time. I'm here with Jace. How did you feel playing at the event?
I felt good. I felt excited.
How was it?
It was fun.
Did you feel like you made a difference?
I felt like I made somewhat of a difference.
Was it successful?
It wasn't, we didn't win, but it was successful on a learning curve.
Was it fun?
Yes, it was fun.
Now we will be joining Lennox Lewis with Matthew Campbell talking about his caterpillars.
What is the moth you have here?
This is a Samia cynthia moth. It's been bred for hundreds of years for its silk of its cocoons. And it's typically bred on ailanthus, which is the Chinese tree of heaven. And it can also be bred on castor bean and privet. But in captivity, normally it's bred on castor bean for silk.
How long is its lifespan?
From egg, it'll hatch after about 10 days if kept in a warm environment. And the caterpillar stage lasts about 45 days, 30 to 45 days. And then the pupa stage lasts for about 3 weeks. And then the adult stage lasts for about a week. So basically you're looking at a total of around 3 months. And maybe a little bit longer for this particular breed.
Did they start laying eggs?
They have been laying eggs as different ones have eclosed or hatched out of their pupa, out of their cocoons. They've been mating as well as laying eggs. So we had about 14 or 15 cocoons that spun up, and out of that we probably have about at least 1,000 or more fertile eggs. So it's kind of difficult to deal with that many.
Did you raise this one on your own, or did you get it from another breeder?
This one here I got from another breeder as an egg. And so we raised it from egg to adult. So, and now we're dealing with the first round of eggs that we've actually been able to produce from mating adults. So, pretty exciting.
What kind of food does it eat?
Here we are growing some castor bean for it in one of the lighted rooms. And lighted, I mean caterpillar or adult?
Either.
Okay. And so it's going to eat that, but we also have available evergreen privet. Some places in the area have it as a shrubbery plant, and so we can take cuttings of that, and the caterpillars will also eat that. The adults do not feed though. Their mouth parts just won't work.
Is there any other kind of moths you have?
Right now we have, there's a couple different species I work with at home. They're kind of like more of a tiger moth, like kind of your woolly bear caterpillar type thing. And it's a local species that, if it's kept warm, it'll actually go through all winter. And I can feed it like dandelion greens and stuff like that. There's also probably about 5 other species that I have that are native to northern U.S., but they're going through their pupa phase right now in the refrigerator. And so I won't take them out until food plants can be available. So right now there's no trees, no leaves on the trees for them to eat.
How long can those ones get?
Size?
Yes.
The size, you can have a wingspan of up to 6 inches on some of those.
We will be joining Nathan Soriano with a story on the OSU trip.
How well do you think the OSU trip went?
I think the OSU trip went really well. It was a long day for the kids, for you guys. It was a long day because they had to leave at 7 in the morning and then get back. What time was it? Midnight? After midnight?
Yeah.
Almost 1 o'clock in the morning. So it was a long trip. So I think it went really well, though. We had fun.
How many Nixyaawii kids attended the OSU game?
3 kids attended. More kids wanted to attend, but it happened to be on a day when there was basketball practice, so some of the kids couldn't attend. And also some kids were still out of town for Thanksgiving. So we had 3 kids attend, and 2 adults, and then another student went too. So we had a total of 6 people representing Nixyaawii.
Do you wish more people came on the trip?
I do wish more people had come on the trip. I wish that we could have had the opportunity to have more attend, because not only was the trip, it was the game about Native American pride, but it was also, because it was sponsored by N7 from Nike, but also the player of the game, which was the #1 player, Joe Burton, is also a Native American. He was very happy at the end to have some Native American students in the crowd, so I would have loved to have had more kids there to represent that pride.
What was the most exciting part of the trip?
I think the most exciting part of the trip was just getting to go down on the floor and meet the players and actually have them sign your t-shirts and getting free stuff. We had free t-shirts given to us. That was really exciting too.
Do you plan on doing more college trips?
Yes, I think our school has a lot of opportunities to attend other colleges. There are some of them. A lot of those college trips start with juniors and seniors, though. I don't know that we have a lot planned for the freshmen or sophomores, but we do have them the opportunity to attend other colleges.
Did you attend OSU for college?
No, I did not go to OSU, but I grew up in a town right outside of Corvallis, which is where OSU is, so it's kind of a hometown thing for me. I attended Western Oregon State College and then transferred to Eastern University, and I graduated from Eastern.
Now we will be joining Nikhil Washman on a story about the egg dropping.
Okay, I'm going to interview on the egg dropping for physics class.
Okay.
What was the point of this lab?
The idea was to apply the principle of a freely falling object and the forces caused by it to an egg, and as well as engineer or construct something that would protect the egg from those forces.
What made you decide to do this?
Well, the book does a really good job of explaining things, but there's also a time when you can get a lot out of the book, but you need to set it to the side and really do something applicational to understand on a deeper level what those particular pieces mean. And so it was a nice project to kind of apply the book knowledge in a real sense.
What did you have to do to prepare to launch?
Well, we had to get a fair amount of materials together first. We also had to figure out if there was a place that we could launch. So I had to call a few people and get some ideas on where we could drop it. And so we ended up being able to contact some people at Wild Horse, and we could drop it off the front of the casino.
What did you expect from this?
Well, I expected students to be able to learn the concepts on a little bit deeper level and also have some fun with it. And I also expected a lot of eggs to break, which didn't happen. We just had 1 egg break. So it should be.
You said you launched at the casino. How high was it?
I believe it was 33 feet where we dropped it. So that's about 10 meters or so.
Whose egg made it all the way through?
Actually, everyone's egg but one individual made it. So everything is pretty well padded. I think the person who lost their egg, rather than putting their weight underneath, in the corners of the box, they ended up putting it right in the middle of the box. And so essentially their eggs slammed into the equivalent, or a rock, when it hit, unfortunately.
What was your calculations after you did this?
The calculations were to figure out, essentially, based off of how long it fell versus versus how long it would fall without any air resistance at all, and to see if there are any differences between them. But other than that, there weren't a lot of calculations involved in it, other than kind of a write-up that kids kind of took a look at what they did, how it fell, what type of different things they would do next time.
What was the materials used to make the box or whatever?
Well, most kids, actually all kids use cardboard boxes, as well as some type of material in order to decrease the amount of force over time on the egg. So instead of making it slow very quickly, they want it to slow over a longer period of time to decrease the force. So you're looking at foam and packing peanuts and polyfill and crushed up paper and those type of things were filled in the boxes.
What was the size limit on the box?
The size limit on the box was 1 cubic foot, which I realize now is probably a little too much. I don't think it was as challenging as it should have been from an engineering perspective. So as we start going into next year and the physics classes coming in, there's definitely going to be a lot more constraint on the size of the box. So maybe instead of 1 cubic foot, maybe we need to decrease that by half. So to make it more challenging and to make kids think a little bit more